I think it's harder than ever to be a director like you. Not that it was ever easy in that way, but to work under the budget that you work under, a lot of times with films, working with original ideas, and films like Arrival, Prisoners. These aren't films that everyone else gets to make under that sort of budget. So, how much of a dedication do you feel towards pushing new ideas, and how much do you adjust when working in someone else's sandbox in a film like Blade Runner?
Good question. The thing is that I mean, it doesn't worth to make images as you feel that they have been made before, or you feel that you repeat someone else. You're walking in the path of someone else. It's arrogant, it's pretentious, but you try as much as possible to create something new every time. Even if you have multiple influences, as you are doing images or cinema, it's like it's always the goal is to try to explore new avenues. Of course, I don't. It's like you don't succeed all the time, but each movie, if it has, you can achieve few strong, real images that are fresh. That is a huge achievement, I think. But you're right that it was more difficult doing this process using characters in a universe that has been dreamed by someone else before, and that was by far one of the biggest challenge for doing Blade Runner 2049, to take care and at the same time make my own images out of Ridley Scott's universe.
Mm. And when we're looking at films like, this isn't a film that came out all finished as a final product. This was a film that Ridley kept going back to. We had the director's cut, we had the final cut. So I know that you fell in love personally with the original cut, the one on VHS. So did you, when looking at this, did you really go back to that original cut, or do you have which one that you prefer?
It's a good question. The thing is, I will say that I am ambivalent. I think that at the end of the day, you have to follow the wish and the dream of the maker, which is the final cut. I think that I was raised with the original one, but when I saw the final cut, I understood and I realized what was missing in the first one. So I will say that I'm more now. I'm more faithful to Ridley's vision, I hope. But still, I will say that the movie we made, which is based on the Hampton Fincher screenplay, is trying to stay in between both movies with this idea that if Deckard is or not a replicant, it's a tension that is still alive in this new movie.
And last question. The issue of class, I think, is important because in the cyberpunk genre, it's very much about capturing the low class of a high-tech world. And there's not many great examples in that genre. A lot of times you're dealing with people that are much higher in class. So how important was it for you to explore the lower class of the Blade Runner world?
I will say, it's a very good question because the movie, in some ways, is based on that tension of those class levels of replicants being enslaved, being used as slaves, being not real citizens, and it's something that I feel is sadly relevant in the world today. How the world is divided between the Western world and the rest of of humanity, where you feel that there's like something that should not still exist. The disparity of wealth and the disparity of opportunities, and it's that's one of the topic that is I felt why the movie is I hope will be relevant for the audience today.